What's going on, everybody? This is D-Zale. Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. We're here with Clive now, and I took care of a lot of side quests that showed up around. And so I'm on over here. Got to take care of this. Then I'm gonna jet on back over here to finish up the main story side quest. Weird, right? But that lady right there, she's worried about the lady here at this inn because there are some mean people in here, and we're just gonna go take care of them. See what's up.
Ha! Golden Stable's my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect.
Immediately
Let's see
take
we
it.
relieve you of it.
Yeah, let's go. You wanna play dumb?
Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with.
Stay down.
I'm surprised we're just allowed to use spells here like this.
That's enough.
I ain't lose my touch yet. 99. 999 damage. That number though.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
Here. And leave Martha alone.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
I mean, how did
People
work get
think
around
twice
that quick?
about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't.
Yeah.
I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
I know, just have a side quest pop up and I'm here for you.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do if we're to make this place presentable. You best be going before
Yep.
I arm you with a mop.
No thanks. Alright. We got some experience and some items. The ladies are safe.
There he is, the man of the hour.
Hey, what's good, bro? I don't really know you. What's up?
You're the one who saw off the bandits, aren't you?
Yeah.
Martha was singing your praises. Takes a brave man to march into danger out of the goodness of his heart. You have my respect.
Alright.
Rosarian salute.
Oh, what is it they say? Old habits die hard. I trust you won't be reporting me to the Viceroy. If we'd had a few more like you about, perhaps the Rosfields might still... Listen to me rambling on. Thank you again, and, take care of yourself.
No problem. Alright. Back to the main thing. There shouldn't be any more side quests. How am I on potions and stuff? Yep, I'm good on everything. Alright. Let's go complete this quest. Because we're trying to move on in the story. I'm a little bit behind everybody. They're pretty much done. There we go.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Alright. Sorry about that. So you'll see edits skipping some things. It's probably because I had a interruption.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've
Yeah.
already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm not here for that kind
Told
of
you
work.
share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times.
Wow.
Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison.
The
Seems a
garrison.
trip to the barracks is in order.
Alright. Lucky for you guys, I'm not streaming. So, the power of editing. Jump cut!
It's not been half a moon since Bellum's.
And we're back.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
Let's look at it. Let's take a good look at him. Hold on, don't fade him away, game. Let me see. Let me take a good look at this crook. Oh, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's someone they know. They said he's got a scar on his eye. We'll see.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue.
Fuck off!
Where's the dame's brooch? One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
Idiot.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
What a
On
name.
account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
Let's go find
Where's the
Yannick,
last
Nick,
village
Nick,
on the
Nick,
map to
Nick,
our
Nick. Yannick
I should let
Lodier.
Isabel know where I'm headed.
I'm sorry.
On every night.
Let's go this way. Another jump cut now. Here we are.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
And so that's what went down. You got all that? You guys got all that in the comments? All right, cool.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers. And they
As
will
is
not
everyone
hesitate
else.
to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables.
Bertrand.
Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Alright. Alright, so where do we go? Off that way. Goodness gracious. Good lord. We're going out to the fields again, or whatever. Here we go. Travel far to do a quest to find some lost person because, you know, she don't want to report that she's being I don't know, harassed in some kind of way. Anyways, but hopefully we can get to fight something. That looks cool down there, kind of.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Ooh. Oh, I love that. I like that it's just automatically updates the map in that kind of way. Okay, there's some points of interest that I want to check out. I don't want to really mess with the chocobos right now, but bird! Ooh, got him. Hey, bird. Stupid bird. Stupid bird. Stupid bird. Oh, took care of the other bird. Dang. My boy out here. Alright, we're gonna run over there real quick and see what's up again. There's some more enemies to fight. I'm fighting almost every enemy in this field. This is gonna be a long one, guys. Sit tight. At least I believe so. Anyways.
Wait.
What up, fools? Your ignorance. Ooh. Oh, you suck.
That's enough.
My freaking combo.
It's over.
Ooh. The enemy approach. Hold on a second. Get over here. That's fine.
Stay down.
Yeah. Get rid of that. Oh shit. There we go. I brought him over here. That's all that matters. Just get juggled, bro. My boy just got fucking Beal. Alright, now it's your turn. Get over here. He threw his idiot. Damn, wyvern.
Better already.
Whew. That was fun. Can I get in here? No, because enemies was like spawning out of here. Guy needs something.
You, branded, here now.
Yeah, now, yeah, Brandon. You, to me. Alright, what do you want?
You're late. What kept you?
Late
What?
for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't
Savages.
just stand there gawping.
Savages.
Rescue him.
No one orders me around.
The insolence. Someone needs to learn to break his slaves.
Insolence.
You're late.
Gad.
What kept you?
Late for...
Well,
All right. Where is he?
my. I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go. and see that you kill the beast.
Hurry before my boy gets killed. Yeah, I might just let him get mauled a bit, you know. Just because I don't like you.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger,
Mortal
he didn't seem all that worried.
Sure.
Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
If I can help it.
That voice acting. Oh no! The wolf! It's coming to eat me! Help me! Help me, please! The wolf! The wolf!
Stay down.
Come here. Ooh, wolf. Eat this while you're at it. Come here again. I backed up. My bad. Let's try that again. Alright, cool. You got your lick in. Come here. Nah, come back over here. There you go. Shooting with air. Oof. Quit it. Stop. Alright, boy. You're safe.
No!
You're scared of cat of a
supposed to kill
father.
Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still speaking?
He needs a spank.
Father will hear of this.
Here's this foot up your ass. Oh, my bad. Oh, I see.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame.
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
Yeah, let's go have a little chat with them.
Brandy, come here this instant.
Idiot.
How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high.
Yup.
That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I.
Entertained.
You'll pay for what you've done.
Yeah.
See? I told you. He talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not
Father, do
the
something.
bandit I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame.
Mm-hmm.
Why would a woman of her caliber?
Mm-hmm.
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Promise by another hand. A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm wasting my time.
I sure
can't just
was a
leave
waste
those
of time.
bearers lying out there.
Even he knows these side quests are a waste of time. He knows. These side quests are a
How
waste
many
of my
bearers have
time.
lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
Are you kidding me? Okay, we do that.
All victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Well, there we go.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature.
Yep.
Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's nest two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
Thank
You
you.
don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
I like this shady looking fella, but okay. Is that your doing? Oh no. I know he speaks good points though. Like, come on now. You want to get a wild one? Try to train it? Come on now. Serves you two right. Shouldn't have been such idiot fools. Their bodies were dragged off. Yes. Yes.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try.
Yes.
Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Let's help.
That's a lot of field to search.
Whew.
Little luck, someone might have seen her.
Alright guys, this is another long side quest. I'm just gonna skip ahead to the end so to save us all some time. We're gonna help this poor girl out. For I am Devil May Clive. I've been hearing that term going around lately, so it's pretty cool.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe?
Yeah, Chloe wouldn't really be a
Why did you
dog.
already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
She's a rock.
The crystal's curse, that's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand,
More rotten.
she would have been just
Never
another
mind.
girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
You don't listen to that.
Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Somebody had to talk to her, because, man, bring her up right, because these people are rotten to the core out here. This kid was a little less rotten than the other. She knew no better. She knew not what she did. Alright.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
You know what they need to do in video games like these? It's just like you have like a hoodie and a disguise, and you put it on whatever you need to be discreet. He kind of just like cloaks himself a bit. That'll be a cool touch.
What's this? A branded?
What?
Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing
Change
with
their
a
tone
soldier
real
some few
quick.
days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything.
Fucking simp.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Yeah, sure, buddy. I'll let her know. You were most annoying as well.
Die!
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
That's not good.
All the
Oh,
wolves have been busy.
that
The
looks
blood
like
is
one
long
of the
dry.
Yep. A comb. Poor girl.
So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Did you tell her what happened?
What's she doing here?
Might sound better coming from you.
I conveniently saw her in Moor. It saves you the trouble of going all the way back. But there's fast travel, you know.
Perhaps the comb will give us something to remember Tatienne by.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived.
Nice.
They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Yeah, so here's what happened. And that's what happened. Hope you all got all of that. Y'all wrote that down?
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
So much death in this. Sheesh. Nothing happy.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks.
Alright.
The Vale
That
counts among its
oh.
patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again. Any trouble on the way?
Sid, Jill.
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Yes. Ooh. Pretty little things, and yet they're all rotten. Okay.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a
brothel. Yeah.
Brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't have to stand near the door, you know.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut. But that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they don't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
Sure can.
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Drake's head! Oh, we found Drake the Rapper. Good lord. Finally. What I've been waiting for.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
That's true.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Alright.
Try to stay out of sight.
Look at the size of this thing.
Obviously.
Nice move.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
Oh, time to be sneaky. Oh no. Until we need to go get into a fight. I see a chest. Are we back? Gotta grab that. Thanks for just appearing down here, Jill. Yeah, right. They are just popping up. Bit of camera trickery.
It's empty. Let's get this over with.
A single man from reaching the sanctum, so shut your gob and keep your eyes open the garrison.
What up, guys? I sure was trying to be sneaky, but you know, we're gonna cause a bit of trouble first.
Perfect plans.
Stop that. Stop that. Hey, buddy. Nope, not today. Not today. Come here. Oh, wait. Hold on. There you go, pal. You want me to kick that, huh? Hold on a second. Let's just slide under here. He knows where he's going, though, so... Guess we follow him. At one stool.
They never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
I showed that wood what for. Would you believe that I get morning wood? No, I'm sorry.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
Really gotta for Sid. Nah, all right, Sid. You can't go in behind him. In 7 Remake, everybody likes to fuse into each other. In this game, no, one at a time. What do you think you're doing?
Someone will be
Got him. Uh-oh. It's a big guy. Of course. Look at the size of this joker.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More
Yeah,
insects
what do
come to
you
be
have there?
squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
A mortar? Why would you have that in a close quarters fight? Sir, you're in the wrong battle setting. Woo. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Psych! Oh, shoot.
This time.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, stop that, man. Nah, boy. Stop that, boy. Ooh, nice. He's still going. Okay.
Not this time.
Shit.
Why won't you fly?
Uh-oh. He's morbing? He's morbing.
Bollocks. He's got a Kashik.
Just to grab that again? Do this. Okay, you got some different tricks.
There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment.
Not this time.
Oh my gosh. I'm there.
This time.
I thought sorry. Get over here. Stupid. Yep. Stupid. Yeah, hell. I don't know what you think there. Yup. And that's that. He gave me quite a bit of trouble though. Inferno. Okay.
I'll never get used to that. The Kashik or no, he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
He chose his path.
Come on.
Guard duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares.
I don't need R2 for that. Oh. I was looking at something. No, you need one for this though. Come on now.
Oh, breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. Who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits?
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
Hey yo, what's good?
The gods.
Too far gone. The Ether's no monster, but all we can do now is put them out of their misery.
Isabel said she thought the Empire might be planning to abandon the capital. Could this be why?
You think you could call her Isabel? Never mind. If ever there was a reason to up sticks, and Ether flowed into you. Those guards at the gate. They weren't there to keep people out.
Yeah. They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Okay, there's a thing there. Show that wall who's boss. Breakable wall. Kick it hard. Kick it hard. There we go. Gotta have a cutscene or two, huh? Just a jump. Uh-oh. Sid. She didn't feel that?
Doesn't look that far. Right.
And complete. Uh-oh.
Some help. Hold on.
Ooh. Jill, your fat ass. I mean, your human weight weakened the boards after I weakened it.
As I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side. At least you won't get lost.
I must say that was a rather pointless cutscene, but why not let it play out just because? Adds more time to the game, I always say. Make more pointless cutscenes. Really did no good to have that cutscene. Not a war cry. There's a captain with a war cry. Where's the war cry? There it is. Stop that. Stop that. I don't know what you thought you were, but it ain't it. Matter of fact, it's that. You have another war cry user somewhere? It's over. It's over. I ain't done with you. I ain't done with you. I ain't done with you. Ouch. Hold on. Woo! This one's a different one. He's got a hammer. Oh! Thunder! Thunder! Why not? Bye. Stop that right now. glad they take care of the small fry while I take care of the big guy. Nice.
I see they replaced that wooden door with something a little more sturdy.
Sturdy.
On the count of 3.
What are we doing? Kicking it at the same time? You sure you'll be able to do that, old man? Let's go. 1. Right.
What happened to 2?
Ask 1.
Ask 1.
Once more.
Aye.
Jill,
You're trying now.
use your weight. I mean, Jill, we need some assistance.
As if that was going to keep us out.
Sure wasn't. Ah, finally. One of the few times you'll see this ability in this game. Only in darkened areas, which you really don't need. You can find your way around pretty fine. It is nowhere near dark enough.
Another crystal's just up ahead.
Is it? I can't see a thing.
Oh, I'm
Unless someone's
surprised you
moved
can't. There we go.
There's no one about.
Odd.
I knew it would be big. But this...
There. That's our way into the inner sanctum. You'd think they'd have patched that up by now. Sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye. My little game of hide-and-seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did he make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
Half of the goddess. I'm going to stop it here real quick because it seems like we got a bit to go, and this looks exciting for a stream. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to end it here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you. Oh wait, for that, consider liking and subscribing the video and to the channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Ooh, professional here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.